Hello student, my name is Rohit Kumar. I am your social science teacher from Maples Academy, Day 1. Student, now we are discussing about chapter number 1 in history, when, where and how. Student, the famous Greek historian Herodotus regarded as the father of history. He was the first historian now known to collect historical material systematically and arrange them in a well cultured and narrative manner. Herodotus' Histories, a celebration of Greek victory over the Persian, was written in the mid 5th century BCE. Now, we study about the study of history and what is history. There are the many points we are discussing in this chapter. The geographical of a place shapes history and time, and how why do we study history and sources of history. Now, what is history? The word history is derived from the Greek word historia, which means inquiry or investigation into the past. History is past record of the people, places, and events. The order of arranging the events and happen the first, followed by the events that happen later, is called chronology. History allows us to understand how people lived, dressed, ate, and functioned many years ago. History is not just about kings and nobility or heroes, it is about humankind and its growth. And why? And now, second point is, why do we study the past? History answer many questions about the past. Studying the history is important because we get know the following. There are the various points: how, where, and when our early ancestor appeared. By studying the history, we understand how our ancestors lived, their food habits, about agriculture, irrigation, animal husbandry, and how it led a more secure and settled life. With the help of history, with the help of studying history, we come to know about many great kings and queens, leaders as well as ordinary people who have contributed to our culture and civilization. Studying history is also necessary to know how script evolved and how the languages that we speak have come into being. Many people such as historian, archaeologist who is specialized of studying the past help us to solve the mysteries of the past. Now, next is that dates in history. In history, we see dates written as BC or AD. BC stand for before Christ, the number of years before the time of Jesus Christ, and AD stand for Anno Domini. Who was Jesus Christ? The man who Christians believe is the Son of God and whose life, death, and resurrections, as reported in the New Testaments of the Bible, are the basis of the Christian religion, called also Christ, Jesus Christ. So, the dates of the birth of the Jesus Christ is taken as the reference point, which was more than 2000 years ago. All the dates before the birth of Christ are counted backwards. Therefore, if we have taken a date in BC, that means 750 BC, so then we added 2000 plus 750. That means 2750 years ago from that time. Now, history is divided into prehistory and history. And what is prehistory? Prehistory is a long period of human evolutions before the inventions of writing. Prehistory period is the part of the past for which we are now written records. Humans at this time were hunters, gatherers, and therefore they did not lead a settled life. And now, history is the period of the past that comes after the invention of writing, therefore, for the historical period. Then there are the written records. When written records are available, then this period is called history period. The earliest writing was in the form of drawing seen in many caves. Later, people wrote on pillar, rocks, palm leaves, clay tablets, bark of the beech trees. And historical period is also often divided by the historians into ancient, medieval, and modern period. Now, next point is sources of ancient Indian history. Sources are clues that help in putting the past together. We learn about our ancient past from the groups of sources: archaeological sources and literary sources. Archaeological sources are divided into the two categories: archaeological and literary sources. Archaeological sources are artifacts, monuments, coins, and literary sources are religious literature. There are literary sources includes religious literature, secular literature, biographies, travelers' accounts, and chronology. And what is archaeological sources? And archaeological sources are material remains of the people who lived in the past, such as building, house, pots, and pans, monuments, coins, tools, jewelry written on the stone walls, and pieces of the metal plates and food remains help in the reconstructing the past, even in the absence of written records. And archaeological sources are studied by the archaeologist. Archaeologist is an expert who studies science of the exploring and excavating the old ruins and studying them. Then, with the help of coin, coin provide the information of the kind of metal used in the period, and the study of coin is also called numismatics. Coins are important as they help in determining the dates of several dynasties and also tells us about the religious and cultural practices of the people who issued them. And the artifacts also give us a lot of information about the culture, life of the people of the past. Then literary sources. And literary sources include all kinds of literature, long and short, written and oral. Religious literature. The writings that are religion in the context and a theme that termed as a religious literature, they may be classified in the following. Like that, Vedic literature, which comprises the four Vedas: Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, and Atharvaveda. The two epics, the Ramayana, Mahabharata, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Purans, also religious literature. And now, secular literature is the books or the texts are not of a religious nature, are known as secular literature. Books such as Kautilya's Arthashastra contain guidelines and how to run a government. A number of foreign travelers, Greek, Roman, Chinese, Tibetans, and Arabs, visited India from time to time and left the valuable accounts about the people, their lifestyle, custom, and traditions. Now, oral history is also an important source that is belong to the literary. No, it is not a literary. So, the oral history is another source is used by the historians. It refers as the historical records that are based on the personal experiences, opinions of the speaker. For the example, folk tales, songs, and myths. These are handed down from one generation to the another orally by the word of mouth. Now, next point is geographical location. Geography has played a vital role in shaping the history of the world and India. It determines how the particular area developed and its neighbors. Our neighbors countries Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Bhutan are together known as the Indian subcontinent because the combined topography of all these countries is almost as vast that of continents. There are the numerous rivers, fertile river valleys, high mountain, desert, and plains in India. In the north, the Himalayas act as a natural barrier and the rest of the country is surrounded by the water on three sides. The passes in the mountains act as a routes, allowing the people to undertake the journey for trades and battle and travel. Many nations have used the sea routes along the coast for India for trade as well as social and cultural interactions. In the ancient time, people chose to live near the rivers such as Indus, Ganga, and Narmada. This was because the rivers provided water for the people needs. Land near the water was fertile for irrigation, and they also served as a means of transport. So, geographical location is a very important as per historian period. So I hope you understand all these points very well. Thank you.